Hey folks, Deano here again. This time with another catch-up review. This is Broly from Dragonball Super Superhero. So yeah, this guy came out about 8 months ago, I want to say. 8 months to a year, something like that. But yeah, at the time, I'll be honest, he was far too expensive for what he was. He's literally half of the old figure and half of a new one, with slightly better face print tech. So yeah, I didn't really see the point in him at the start. But yeah, I managed to get him on sale, AliExpress, which I am happy to announce I have an affiliate link for now. So yeah, if you want to support me, you can use the link down in the description. And yeah, take advantage of AliExpress's anniversary sale while you're at it. I'm not sponsored to say that, by the way. That's just like the most common sense thing that you could do. So yeah, let's get this guy off the turntable and take a look at his box and such. So, as we can see from the box, just the standard Figuarts box that we've come to know and kind of love. Anyone else impressed that I can actually fit all this in frame now with this new desk setup? So yeah, box is Broly, Superhero, then you've got the Superhero kanji on the side as well, just like that. Some decent pictures of him on the side. You have Made in China, Tamashii into Japan. Does say 2022, but I think that's just when Superhero came out. Because I don't believe this came out 2 years ago. Like, no way. It's not been that long. So yeah, picture of him on the back, and you will also see he comes with a Gohan accessory, which is probably the most pointless accessory out of a lot of these superhero figures, to be completely honest. Yeah, some images of him on the back doing various poses. So yeah, let's get this out of the way and take a look at Broly himself, shall we? So yeah, let's just adjust the camera slightly. There we go. I probably should start doing jump cuts there, shouldn't I? We'll see how it works out. So yeah, in terms of accessories for Broly, as I said, he comes with a pair of fists on him in the package. He also comes with this special hand, which he didn't do in Superhero. This was what Chilai was teaching him to do in the Broly movie. So yeah, bonus accessory. It's nice that they included it, seeing as how they forgot it in the first one. Yeah, it's basically just him doing the A-OK pose. Although being Broly, he doesn't quite know how to do it right. So yeah, in terms of other hands and accessories comes with, he's got a pair of grippy Ki Blast sort of posy hands, a pair of more splayed out posy hands. Obviously, we've seen these all before. These are from the Wrathful Broly or the Akari Broly. Next ones are new. It comes with the stern face. I'll put that down just now so the lights don't get in the way. So yep, stern face. Looks really nice. The scar is quite prominent on it this time. Yeah, really nice looking faces. So we have, nearly dropped it, a teeth gritted face, which does look quite nice. The yelling face, and for comedic purposes, he comes with the tears streaming down his face. When Goku and Vegeta are fighting, he pulls this face. Not sure how people don't remember that. A lot of reviewers did. And finally, the bonus accessory, which is the Ultimate Gohan hair, but kind of off to the side, windswept. So yeah, I'm not sure what you would use this for. I'm honestly not too sure. But yeah, if we quickly get a Gohan head, so you put that on there. Come on, in you go. That's a bit of a tight fit. So yeah, that fits there. Then that fits on there. Is it looking daft yet? And finally, pop that on there. So yeah, at least it gives him a bit more of a neck. But yeah, I mean, you couldn't have given us some eyes, some faces looking off to that direction, Tamashii. Because newsflash, he doesn't have any that do that. That would have made this make more sense. He could have been firing a ki blast off in that direction. But yeah, most pointless accessory we got for Gohan to date. So yeah. In terms of Broly himself, detail-wise, it's decent. The main flaw with this guy is pretty much the fact that, well, Tamashii cheaped out, but then tried to upsell us on this guy purely because of the height and the size of him. So yeah, the top half is new sculpt. This entire, like, the upper arms, biceps, shoulders, chest, torso, all of that's new. The hair is not new, and the entire lower half is not new. Which, if you don't have him in just the right pose, he looks really, really out of proportion. Like, his legs, this is clearly from the Wrathful Broly release. Why on earth, Tamashii, did you use this? Look how bulky those upper legs are. If you follow that up, the legs stop here, and then his waist just goes in. Like, anatomy doesn't work like that, Tamashii. It really doesn't. Thankfully, like I said, you can hide most of that with the skirt, which I think is pretty much what Tamashii were hoping for, that we wouldn't notice. But yeah, it's probably one of their laziest figures to date, and that's saying something. At least with the Goku, they gave us new faces, and that mold is decent, but they've just stuck two different figures together here and called it a day. Like I said, genuinely the only reason I got him is because he was on sale. I managed to get him for 40, where he retailed for, what, 70 quid? There was no way in hell I was paying that much for him. So yeah, let's take a look at his articulation. So you can look up about that far. You can look down quite a lot. That's decent enough. He does have the same joint as the Wrathful Broly for the head, so there's a lot of pivot. The neck also moves quite a lot, so you get a lot of expressive poses with him. Arms can go up that far. They do the full swivel. He does have a very serviceable butterfly joint. Comes out that far, and he can touch his hands together, which, surprisingly for a Dragon Ball figure, not a lot of them can do. Got bicep swivel, double joint at the elbow because of the wrist gauntlet, it gets just past 90, ball hinge at the wrist, abs can go back really far, but you do see a gap in the joint there. They can also go forward quite a bit, but again there's a gap there, so quite nicely done. Also a lot of pivots, so there's definitely a ball joint in there, and swivel at the waist. There is a little bit of movement at the waist, so the two of those together you can get some pretty expressive movements out of them. Here comes the annoying bit. So this is, it feels like a harder rubber than they used in the original figure, which is frankly absurd because it was already annoying enough to deal with. You also have, for some inexplicable reason, pull down joints at the hip. I have no idea why they did that. Leg also feels a bit loose and wobbly there. Does have a thigh rotation and can kick up, but that far. Can do the splits if you can get the skip piece out the way. Double joint at the knee, and pretty horrible ankles, to be fair. I think I dunked on these originally, but they can barely go up. They come down a little bit. For some reason, Tamashii thought they should sculpt the sides of the boots in, so basically you can't get much rotation. Oh well, there you go. I suppose if you can get over that sculpt, he does get a decent bit of range, but usually, yeah, there you go, it usually just bumps up against it, so it has to be in just the right angle and not pop off. 2 seconds. There we go. Thankfully it does pop on quite easy. And toe articulation to finish off. So yeah, feet aren't as bad as I thought they were, but that's still no excuse. Wasn't this a Premium Bandai exclusive figure at the time? And Tamashii just pretty much half-assed the entire thing. So yeah, honestly, it feels like every single time Tamashii does a Premium Bandai, it's overpriced and half-assed. And I don't know why they do it, because Premium Bandai is supposed to be their literal premium figures that they don't make as much of. I don't understand it. So yeah, let's do some comparisons, shall we? Or one comparison, which unfortunately I no longer have the original of, but this is the Legend Creation Broly. You see, it's slightly shorter. The official figure is the correct height. But yeah, you can see the hair is the exact same. It's just the new one has better paint apps. I mean, these paint apps aren't incredible to begin with, seeing as how they are a bootleg, but Legend Creation, one thing they were good at was the faces. So yeah, I'll give them that. We'll also quickly do some head swaps. So I have the Legend Creation Super Saiyan and Wrathful faces here, and since it's the same peg, it should work just fine. So let's pop that off. As you can see, double ball peg. Yep, that just pops on really nicely. I actually really like how that looks. Despite the fact that I am most definitely not a fan of this look for Broly in general. I much prefer him with the armour, or like without anything on top, for his full power legendary Super Saiyan form. But yeah, that does look pretty decent. And this as well is actually now canon. He has went Super Saiyan in this form now. Yeah, that looks good. Yeah, the recent manga chapter, Broly started fighting Gohan in beast form. I say fight, they were sparring, and he unlocked Super Saiyan without rage, which, yeah, I'm hoping, with Akira Toriyama's passing, God rest his soul, I hope that when the anime eventually does come back, that we see a lot more of Broly. Hopefully in a better outfit than this, to be honest. But yeah. But yeah, guys, let me know what you think about this guy in the comments down below. And I'll see y'all later.